Well, there you are. Pull up a chair. Pay attention. I'm going to enhance your life. Today, we will discuss one of my favorite topics. 5 tips on how to argue. Yes, arguing. The cornerstone of politics and marriage. My name is Nigel, Archibald, Johnathan, Cunningham, Richard Montgomery, Esquire III. You see, while arguing is quite often considered to be a horrible thing, the reality is it accomplishes quite a bit, provided we do it right. So for that reason, today I wish to go over 5 different things that should always be considered whenever you're having an argument with somebody. Rule number 1. Always remember that your argument should usually be around a factual event or some sort of a topic, but not usually directly personally attacking the person against whom you're arguing with. For example, if I were to say that you are stupid, that's a pretty direct insult, and it attacks the person directly. We shouldn't do that, because 1, it's not true. They're not stupid. But we also must remain fixated on the reason we are having this argument. And that's why we say something to the effect of, what you did was stupid. Though it may sound as though they are similar, the reality is they say very different things. Remember that as you form your arguments, you should stay fixated on the act or the topic, never on attacking the person. I should throw at least one little caveat in there though. If you're not willing to attack a person directly, do not go into politics. Rule number 2. Know what you know, and be willing to accept when you simply don't know. You see, quite often, as our heated passions get involved and our emotions run high, we end up spitting out things that we say we know when in fact we don't. It is important to remember that as you are framing an argument, stick to what you know is true. If you do not know something, it's okay to say you don't. The sad part, of course, is that while you might take the high road in doing this, the person you are arguing against will most likely not do this. What that means is you will have to listen to them spit out putrid bile that is untrue, knowing how stupid that sounds. Rule number 3. Always remember that the first person to anger is usually the first person to lose. What that means is, if you have managed to rile my feathers, I will most likely stop thinking clearly, and the argument will go from a topic of discussion into a direct assault and attack. Remember, rule number 1 still applies. Rule number 4. Remember, it is okay to let the other side speak. An argument is a two-way conversation. It is not you simply rattling on and having your babble be the only thing that is gospel. Remember to let the other side have their say. More importantly, listen closely to what they say. You would be surprised how often people will actually spit out the contradictions that you will need to tear them apart within the argument itself. Rule number 5. Know when to stop. You see, quite often we'll say what we need to say, and we can even throw the killing jab. And in their dying babble, they might throw out 1 or 2 more things. It's okay to let them die loudly. To people who are looking on the outside, this only looks like you are the higher person who knows when he's won an argument and does not need to ensure the death of a weaker creature. Though every relationship we experience in our life will at one point or another come against some form of friction, it is important to remember that an argument is not necessarily a bad thing. But fight fairly, and more importantly, if the person you're fighting with is someone you care for and love, Always remember this. If you manage to beat them, all you've done is become someone who beats the people that they love. No one likes that. I thank you for joining me today. I hope that you've learned a few things, and perhaps, maybe, in the future, we might see you again. You're always welcome at my house. And so, until next time, I bid you a fond farewell. Hello again, Nigel here. If you enjoyed what you just saw, please be so kind as to hit that like button and smash away on the shares.